8 videos, 12 subscribers. Numbers like these are the reason most new channels get abandoned. The person behind them reads the dashboard as a verdict and walks away. Reading it that way is the mistake, and it usually happens at exactly the wrong moment. These are my real numbers, and this is how to read yours without quitting. I'm Otto. This is Hero by Zero. I'm building a YouTube channel from scratch with real numbers and no filter, backed by 30 years of professional experience. Subscribe if you want to watch what that actually looks like. 8 videos in, the numbers say nothing's working. Here is the honest read. By the end of this, you will know which of these numbers means something and which ones you can safely ignore for now. On framing note so that the math stays clean. This review covers my first 8 videos, the stretch I set my marks on. The ninth went up a few weeks back. It comes back later in this video. This is the whole channel. No filter. 9 videos on the board. 325 views total. But the ninth already looked at the first 8 videos from the production side. So this walkthrough sticks to the same 8 I evaluated there, keeping this comparison to one base. 312 of those views. The biggest single video reached 166. Most of the rest sit under 50 each. Total watch time across everything, about 6 hours. Subscribers, 12. If that looks like failure, here is the first thing a data person will tell you. At this volume, it isn't evidence of anything. Nearly every one of those videos was shown to fewer than 1,000 people. Most of them inside the first day. Judging a video on that sample is like flipping a coin 5 times and declaring it rigged. 2 more things, so you can compare fairly against your own channel. These numbers are fully organic. No network, no recruited friends, nobody's uncle clicking out of loyalty. I kept it unseeded on purpose, so the signal stays clean, which means small numbers at this stage are what normal looks like. And when you do read views, never read one video. Average your last 3. A single video is close to a coin flip. The 3 video average is your floor. And floor moving over months, up or down, is the first real momentum signal your channel will give you. That's the noise. Now the part that messes with your head. I got better at the packaging. It didn't buy me a bigger audience. Across these 8 videos, I worked on the packaging, titles, thumbnails, openings. Here is what my click-through rate actually did. It bounced. 0.6% at the worst, 2.8% at the best. And the best one was my first video, made before I knew anything at all. Now the other line, the one that actually decides everything. That first video was shown to 4,400 people. That is more than a third of every impression this channel has ever earned. Sitting in one video, right at the very start. My best click-through rate since then was on video 7. And video 7 was shown to 729 people. And here is the number that says it plainest. By the time that first video was a week old, this channel had 12 subscribers. Every single video since has left that number exactly where it was. One person unsubscribed somewhere along the way. One arrived later. YouTube won't even tell me which video brought them, because it credits none of them. The mechanism is simple and a little brutal. Early videos with weak numbers teach the platform to expect little from you. So it tests the next video on a smaller audience. Getting better helps you inside each test. It doesn't by itself make the test bigger. And it can go backwards. I ran one experiment, a 3-minute video, a different shape. Click rate 0.6%, tied for the lowest this channel has recorded. The next video opened right back down near the floor. Even after your best packaging, one experiment can reset you to a new floor. Now the part I most want to be honest about, how that week felt. The thumbnail of that experiment was shown about 500 times in the first day. One click. A week later, the total stood at 5 views and 0 likes. And I sat there at 11 at night, refreshing the dashboard, doing the thing you are not supposed to admit on camera. Thinking, does this even work? Am I the problem? Ask people who want to start a channel what stops them. It's rarely gear, and it's rarely skill. It's this exact moment, being judged by the numbers. Here is what I did next, and it's the whole trick. I went back to the top of this video. 500 impressions is a coin flip. 5 views is a coin flip. Every number that stung me that night was below the noise line I just drew for you. The numbers hurt that week. They still couldn't tell me whether the work was any good. So this early, you work the inputs. The counters catch up later. Which raises the obvious question. If views can't be trusted yet, and subscribers move even slower, what do you watch? The one number worth watching is how long people stay. 2 of my videos, back to back, same channel, same person, same tiny audience. In their first week, the earlier one was weaker. It held viewers for well under a minute on average. The next one, 2 minutes 18, nearly 3 times longer. Nothing about the topic got luckier. What changed was deliberate, and it happened in the 2 weeks between them. I stopped trying to perform the script from memory and started reading it, sentence by sentence of printed cards, with graphics covering the passages that were hardest to deliver. Then I tested it again. My most recent video, the 9th, was the first one filmed with a teleprompter. The next step of the same delivery work. Result, 2 minutes flat, holding steady for a full week with no drop-off at all. Slightly fewer minutes than the earlier one. On a video 90 seconds shorter. As a share of the video actually watched, it's highest this channel has ever recorded. 2 tests, one direction. Retention responds to work. And I have to hold myself to the rule I gave you at the start. 2 videos is not proof. It's a hypothesis with 2 data points behind it. The 3 video average is what settles it. And I'll read that out either way. What makes it worth testing at all is that retention feeds everything else. When people stay, the platform's next test gets bigger, and the loop from a minute ago slowly starts running for you instead of against you. You can force YouTube to show your video to more people. You can make more of them stay. So if you track one thing this year, track average view duration and fix your first 30 seconds. Is the one number on the whole dashboard you can move this week. Which brings me to the scoreboard I owe you. I set 3 marks for this first stretch. Here is the honest scoreboard. Mark 1. Keep publishing week after week through the first 10 videos. This is the 10th, so the count held, but not cleanly. I missed a week 3 times, 14 days of silence twice, and then 42 days, the gap right before this video, the longest by a wide margin. The promise was no gaps. That part broke, and I won't pretend it didn't. Mark 2. A first paid product listed. It isn't. Not almost ready. Not listed. Mark 3. An email list at 100. It's at 2. And both of them are me. 1 mark out of 3. And I'm being generous to myself about the 1. I could have cut this section. Most channels would. But naming the miss in public is the method here. You can't fix a scoreboard you won't read out loud. So, on the record, the next commitment. Before the next review like this one, the first paid product will exist, and you'll be able to buy it. Another commitment I'm making out loud. 1 video a week minimum. Every week I'm actually able to film. Not a target I might miss quietly. A floor. If I can do more some weeks, I will, and I'll report that too. But the number I'm holding myself to in public is 1. I run this channel the way I ran software projects for 30 years. Fixed cycles, a plan, a cap, and a review at the end. I call it the build sprint. You just watched one close. The next one starts now against that floor. For direction, the bar YouTube sets before a channel ends anything is 1000 subscribers and 4000 watch hours, rising to 8000 hours for new channels starting February 2027. That's the number I'll actually need to hit. I'm at 12 subscribers and single digits of watch hours. That's the direction. It's not a promise with a date on it. Tell me in the comments, what's the number you would be tempted to quit over? And after today, do you still trust it? Every number behind these videos, including the ones that didn't fit here, I actually track privately. There's no public build log yet. That's next, not now. You have now seen how I read the numbers. The next video starts against the floor I just set. Subscribe so you don't miss what the real weekly floor does to a channel this size. 10 videos in, 12 subscribers. Still building.